Hey, Miss Bonnie. Hey, this is Rich Wonders. How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Just hanging in there like a hubcap in the fast lane right now. But thanks for uh, thanks for bearing with me. I'm in Arizona. I know it's a little bit later in the day for you, so I just wanted to get back with you because Juan had added some notes to your file, and I just have like a basic overview of the situation where y'all are looking to move fairly quickly on this, right? Just because there's some unresolved bills and things like that, just given the family situation.
Correct.
Okay, okay. And is there anything that you can think of that may need any work that wasn't discussed with Juan?
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure what all I discussed because I've been talking to a couple people.
Sure.
But I know that half the windows have been replaced, and the only thing that, if I was to live in there, was I would like replace the kitchen as far as like the doors and the stuff, because it's kind of older.
Okay.
That has been remodeled, and maybe the countertop, but the refrigerators in good shape. I think most appliances are good. I never lived there. It was my brother who passed away from cancer in October, and I ended up being executor of his will. So I finished most of the remodeling that he had started. We tore down half a wall to make it more open, and finished remodeling the bathroom. The other bathroom was already done. The roof's been replaced. It was in 2022. The AC was replaced, and that's got a warranty that's, what they say about that warranty, honey, it's transferable.
Okay.
The paneling, electrical panel was updated, new water heater. So, I mean, some of the big ticket items have all been taken care of. New carpeting in the bedroom, vinyl flooring in the kitchen, the back porch, and I think both bathrooms. I know one of the bathrooms for sure.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. No, thank you. Thank you. That's all helpful. I added a couple things to your file, so.
Yeah, and the inside and outside's been completely painted, and it's got a working brick fireplace with burning, and it does have a sprinkler system and a well.
Oh, okay. Clear system and a well. Okay. And kind of given the circumstance, given the situation and everything, is there anything, any other moving parts other than agreeing on a price and having a timeline that works for everybody? Is there anything else we should be aware of where maybe we could add value or help? I know it's an odd question, but sometimes there's like loose ends that need to be handled. Everything's all good with the paperwork and everything like that, as far as the title?
It's in a trust, and I'm the executor to the will and the trust, so.
Okay.
As far as I know, I can just sell it and sign the paperwork as the trustee.
Okay, so you'll be the only one signing as far as everybody's aware, right?
Correct.
Okay, awesome.
Correct.
Okay. And like, do you have like an ideal timeline in mind?
Well, I mean, sooner or better, but, just, there's no particular, we've already started cleaning up and everything, but we'd rather it done as soon as possible.
Okay. Are there still like personal items that you're looking to take with you? Yeah.
There's, there's still like bedroom and living room and all that stuff but I've left it because I was using it for staging so that people, that were looking at the house could see it. But I can have all that taken out. As soon as the house sells, I'm doing a garage estate sale and getting rid of everything.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And so I'll take off my investor hat real quick, and I'll just because I know you're dealing with a lot given the situation, like you have all this that landed on your plate. It's not something, that we can prepare for. And here's the deal, because I'm looking in the area and seeing what some of these other properties are selling for. And here's kind of my concern on your end, right? And the reason I'm telling you this is I don't want to see you get in a bad situation, because I've seen other people in similar situations, and if you're having people that are writing cash offers and they're saying, yeah, I'm a cash buyer, we're buying in the area, I would just be really careful at looking at their paperwork, because if you're talking to 100 different people, 99 of them normally are what are called wholesalers, where there's nothing wrong in and of itself. If they disclose it, it's fine. Everybody knows what's going on, no harm, no foul. But a lot of them will pretend to be a buyer, and if they offer more money than what they can sell it for, then they'll back you in a corner and try to get you to reduce, or they'll just walk away, and you're counting on the money and making plans, and then it doesn't end up happening, and then now you're set back and harmed. So I would just be really careful and make sure there's earnest money that's significant, that has to be deposited quickly, short inspection period, and make sure they actually deposit the earnest money too, because sometimes they'll write it up on the contract and they'll never actually put the money in with the title company. And when they flake out, you go to collect your money, and they're like, "What? No, it was never deposited." And then now you're just like, "Okay." Now I heard I had in your file too. You kind of had a 255 was really where you're hoping to be, right?
Yeah, that's the lowest I'm thinking we can go, because I have a lot of, he had credit card debt and a lot of stuff that I just want to get it all paid off, bills,
Sure.
and all that stuff, yeah.
Okay.
So that none of it can come back later.
Understandable. Okay. And here's kind of our standpoint, and I'll just kind of shoot you straight. Normally, for a cash offer, the best fit for a house that's a cash offer is normally one that we can come in and remodel. And it sounds like a bunch of the important mechanical stuff was done, roof, AC, all the things that you named. But normally the big value adds are going to be things like kitchen, flooring, bathrooms. Those are kind of the big three.
Right.
So, but the issue is as a cash investor, normally you have to purchase at a pretty big discount because you're planning on putting money into it, then selling it, and you have to pay fees and loan costs and all of that. So, from what I'm seeing, I'm just taking a peek in the area, and I saw one that just sold, and this is actually the closest one. It's on the same road. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and I see the subject property. It's listed on tax records as a 3-bedroom, but when I pulled it up on Zillow, it said it was a 2-bedroom. So I wasn't sure which one. Do you know if it's 3 or 2?
I'm not sure, but I know that this realtor that I was talking to, he said that there was one that was comparable to mine that just sold for $280.
Got you. Okay. Good. And yeah, I'm seeing a few here in this area here. The one I was seeing, it was 1432 Molly Road, and it was about 50 square feet smaller, built 2 years sooner, and this one sold on the market in 120 days for $255. Now, I'm not saying that that's what we would pay. That was on the market and everything like that. that, but just
Right.
something to keep in mind is typically you're going to look at about a 10% haircut, like cost of sale, because normally it's like
Right.
6% for the realtors, normally 1% or 2% for closing costs, and then we're seeing typically, you know, another 1 to 3% in some sort of seller credits or concessions that the buyers tend to be asking for now with the higher interest rates.
Right.
So to land, like if the property would sell for 280, like that would probably land you right where you're looking to be, like with your bottom dollar. With the
Yeah, that's what I was told. It would be around 256 with, you know, everything, yeah.
understandable. And here's the thing, like if it doesn't really, if it'll sell for that price without putting any work into it, and that's like a satisfactory outcome for you guys, honestly, that may be the best way to go for you. Like if there's no roadblock stopping you from going that direction, you know, the only thing I could think possibly would be if it did take, I know there's some things that need to be taken care of, and if it were to be, you know, like 120 days, would that be you know what I mean? Would that be something that would be uncomfortable but still possible, or would that be something that might make the situation not worth it?
So you're talking like 4 months?
Well, I mean, I was just looking at the one on that road that it said 120 days on the market. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to get back with you because I've got enough for 1 more month, and then I've already spent $3,500 out of my own pocket after this month. Then the rest starts coming out of my pocket again. The monthly payments of $1,300 a month. So I mean,
Yeah.
so every month I'm losing more and more.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
And that's going to all interest because it's a new loan too, so that's,
Right.
I totally get that. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well,
yeah.
we also have a few, I'm sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. No, go ahead.
I was saying we're a creative real estate investment company. We do offer a few different options. So I can see if there might be like some sort of custom tailored solution we can put together given the variables. Because here's kind of what we're up against. I'm just going to be like fully transparent with you, right? For a cash offer, I think we'd probably be too far away to make that a match, right? And I would be very weary of anyone that says that they can offer you that, just because from what I'm seeing, it would be hard for them to make that deal work. Now, the second option would be if they could work out some sort of agreement where maybe the mortgage is being paid for a term while the property is being resold. That could be maybe an option. And then I'm thinking, and it said in my notes, I think the mortgage is around 190,000 roughly. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. So if I'm hearing you right, really the situation is you're looking to walk away with about $65,000 after the mortgage gets paid off. That was kind of the number you guys had in your mind. Okay.
So I can pay everything else off, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll check and see if there may be like a third option too. Like I won't bend your ear on this until I can see if we can get it approved, just because I don't want to explain something if it's not a match just for your time, you know what I mean? So I can look into this. So just to make sure I have everything straight in my head, like the one component is we want to move as quickly as possible because there's not really an impending event other than just this kind of slow bleed with the bills and everything. And there's not really anything stopping us other than enough time to move the rest of the things out that you plan on keeping, right?
Right.
Okay, so we've got the time element, and then of course we need to figure out a way to the money side of it to make that a win-win. And one thing I'll tell you is this, is like, we have a ton of houses we're looking at. So like, I'll shoot you straight. Like if we aren't your best option, I will let you know. You know what I mean? If there's a way for us to come up with a unique situation that'll be a better fit for you, great. But if not, honestly, the realtor may end up being the way to go.
Right.
Okay. And do you have any questions for me right now?
No, that's it. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. And so tomorrow will probably be the soonest I'd be able to get back with the final decision. Do you have an idea what your day's looking like, just so I can catch you at a decent time?
Tomorrow's a rough day for me because I'm teaching until 3:30, and then I have to go and pick up my son's dog for a vet appointment, and I won't get done until the appointment's like 4:45, and they said it's gonna be an hour long, so tomorrow's gonna be a really rough day for me. I mean,
Okay.
you can text me through the day, and if I have a slow time, like my class, sometimes not many kids show up, I might be able to talk to you then.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking maybe it might be better for us to set up something for Friday, because if I have a final decision, there's a good chance I'll have some paperwork for us to review. And I just want to make sure I don't put you in a tight spot at your job. So, is Friday a little bit better day?
Yes, Friday's a better day.
Okay. And are you better in the first part of the day or the second part of the day?
After 3 o'clock.
After 3. Okay. Is it okay if I give you a call then between 3 and 4?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. And so my first name is Richard and my last name's Wonders. And I'll text you over my name just so you have my number in your phone too, so you won't think I'm like a spam call or something. So.
Okay, great. That's perfect.
Okay, awesome. And you're Miss Bonnie, right?
Right.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Well, let me get everybody to work here, and we'll circle back then on Friday between 3 and 4. And you're in Florida as well, right?
Right, yeah. So we're Eastern Standard Time. We're an hour ahead of you. So right now it's 7 o'clock for us.
Okay, perfect. All right, between 3 and 4 Eastern, you got it.
All right.
All right. Well, have a great night. Bye for now.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my, oh shoot. All right, so now I'm gonna get my acquisition guy back on the phone and chat with him and do kind of like a recap. I'll explain why I did what I did.
Call my brother.
Sweet, man. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great outcome, but we honestly may not be the best fit for her. If they're truly stuck on the 255, there's no way, bro. Because she may not even be able to get that on market with a realtor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was looking at the comps.
Yeah. So, let's see. I mean, here's the thing too. The thing that sucks is we can't really do a creative finance because they need all the equity right now to like pay off those bills, like the credit cards and all that. So,
Right.
I mean, I'm not seeing a way out without her dropping the price like a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Because we'll say 280 minus 28 would be, I mean, we need her, 30 grand, 30 grand below where she's at, I think. So that's going to cut it in half.
Walk away with like maybe 20 to 30, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, that one, it just may not be a match, unfortunately. I think what I'll probably do is when I call her back on Friday, I'll let her know like where we need to be, and I'll kind of give her like a tentative type thing and see how she reacts. But I'll probably do that pitch, but we'll see. She said she told you she was meeting with the realtor tomorrow, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I mean, if she wants to get anywhere near near that number, that's gonna be her only way to do that. Because we can't get her that, so.
Exactly.
Cool. I mean, she's a motivated seller, but she just needs too much money.
Yeah, she does. And she's kind of in a tight spot right now with all that debt that the brother left.
Oh yeah, dude, it's a sad situation. But at least he has some equity. I mean, imagine if he had all that and then the house is upside down.
Oof. That'd be bad.
Yeah, man. Well, cool. Well, good job on this one. And then we'll set this up. I'll put this in my calendar for Friday.
Sounds good, brother. I'll make sure that reminder on Friday, and I'll be tuned in.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man. All right, later.
I'll too.
All right. Let me peep this. See some comments on here. No. What up, friends? You really don't care about wholesalers who are in the process of learning, do you? So basically, I always hear you basically crush beginner wholesalers' dreams by telling the sellers, no, look, here's the honest truth. You could be a beginner wholesaler and still close deals the way we do. We just tell them we're not the buyer. We tell them we're gonna find a buyer. That's it. That's how you get around that. It's an easy hack. Here's what I don't want. Look, I ain't trying to trash beginner wholesalers. I was a beginner wholesaler, and I was taught to do it the wrong way. I was taught to pretend to be the buyer, all that. You know what I mean? You take them through a cash offer process, but before they sign the paperwork, they have to understand you're selling it to a third party. Because this is what happens otherwise. The beginner wholesalers end up locking up deals and screwing over people's grandmas. It's messed up. Like the lady on that call, she just had her brother die. She's paying the mortgage. He has credit card debt. And there's a wholesaler that'll lock her up for too much money, and she's gonna get screwed. So I have nothing against people making money, but you just have to do it in an ethical way. You know what I mean? That's all. You just have to know that you're ultimately not the buyer. It's an easy thing to disclose. People think it's a big deal. You just have to win over their trust. But yeah, okay, I see the CEO. All he really says is to make sure other people actually pay the title escrow EMD and don't just say that they will. It's true. You know what I mean? If you're claiming to be a buyer, you got to do buyer buyer stuff like put in EMD and have it be non-refundable. Otherwise, just tell them, hey, look, you're going to resell it. You're locking up their contract. You're going to resell it. It's no big deal. So cool. NovationJV.com, sending your hot Novation opportunities. We have, I believe, 45 deals on the board right now. So we do more Novation JV deals than any other team on planet Earth. NovationKing.com. If you're in the Rainmaker training, we do have a live training tomorrow morning in our group. You should have an email in the email that you signed up. We're going to be doing a Novation pitch role play session. So we all pitch the Novation the same way, the concierge service pitch. We have a way that works, so we just keep doing it over and over. But yeah, I'll see y'all, man.